on this week's episode of Damsels in the DMs.
So then it came to a point where I was like making sales from everyone that I knew. And I knew that I kind of had something because I even had like someone try to like jank my idea.
No way.
Like, I'm dead serious.
How
like,
did that happen?
Well, she was my hairstylist at the time. Remember?
Wow.
This message is intended as a reminder that we are not licensed professionals, not psychiatrists or psychologists. If you have a serious problem, please seek professional help. The National Suicide Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255.
There's some damsels in the DM.
Yes, queen.
Tell us what's the vibe. There's some damsels in the DM. Please tell us what's the vibe. DMs, yeah we see them, yeah we read them. DMs, we don't need them, we just leave them.
Please.
Yeah.
It's going down in the DMs. Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Damsels in the DMs. I'm Lauren.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Alejandro.
And today we have a very special episode for you all. We are reporting live from LA Fashion Week. We are so excited to be here.
Woo!
We are part of the podcast hub, so we are going to be interviewing some really awesome designers today. We just got to see a really cool show with a bunch of different designers from all different types of backgrounds, and we're going to get to talk to some of them today.
It was a cool show.
Really cool.
We saw, I think, maybe 3 or 4 designers come out already. And it was very different. Everyone's clothing and styles were very different. So it was cool to see a variety of diverse designers as well. Also, there's a lot of women in fashion here. A lot of female designers, which is really cool. We're gonna have a chance to speak to these badass women.
Yes.
From the patterns to the colors and the textures, everything about the presentation that we saw today was absolutely magical. So I'm super pumped to dig into the heads of every single designer that's gonna come and stop by, chat with the damsels, and get into it.
And we really had our own women in STEM moment over here as we tried to figure out how to record in this damn studio. But we're live from the stew, everybody. So
Live from the stew.
So we're excited to chit chat.
Let's get into it. Hello, damsels. So today we have Miss Nina Yoon, who is the CEO and designer of Giyea. Hello, Nina.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's so exciting to be doing this in person. We haven't had any in-person interviews since the pandemic started. So it's really great to be able to hear. Yeah.
Yes.
So we want to hear everything about your brand, how you got started doing it, and what brings you to LA Fashion Week.
Absolutely. So I've been designing for, maybe like 15 years now. I'm self-taught. I've been sewing and like deconstructing garments since I was in high school, like grade school really. And then it just transitioned into getting onto the sewing machine and making garments. And then that led to my friends asking me to make their garments, and that transitioned into paying customers, and then eventually just shifting my career altogether. I actually didn't study fashion at all, so it was a big career change.
I'm a huge fan of being self-taught in anything, and I'm so excited that you're here to share more, but I'm also really curious, where did the name come from?
Yeah, so my background is Korean. Both of my parents are immigrants of Korea. And
I adopted a dog from Korea.
oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's so cute. They have the best dog.
They
They're so
really
cute.
do.
What kind of
Yeah.
dog do you have?
He's a miniature poodle.
Oh,
His name is
cute.
Ernie. I was just telling them, but he really only knows his commands in Korean, and he's
Oh
in
my
dog school
gosh.
right now, and he wasn't doing any of his commands, so I had to like write a list out with all of the Korean commands, and now the dog school is all speaking in Korean.
That's
to this
so
dog.
funny.
My dog is like, yeah, I don't care about your English. Like, speak to me in my language.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh. So my Korean name is Giyea. So that's how I came up with my brand name, and it means master of artistry.
Cool.
Yeah.
When did your parents move from Korea to America?
So I'm born in America. So
Yeah.
they came, I think in their mid-20s. They immigrated and they came to Philadelphia, and so that's
I'm
where.
from Philadelphia.
Oh wait! Oh my God!
We have so much in common.
Wow! Wait. Okay. So they immigrated to York, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And then we lived there until like I don't know when I was like 3.
Okay.
And then I moved to the outer skirts of Philadelphia.
Where?
So North Philly, outside of North Philly.
I'm from Ardmore.
Cheltenham.
You know, I kind of
So
heard
we're
it in
like
your voice. Where did you go to
the
school?
A's, right? It's
yeah,
the A's.
Yeah.
Cheltenham.
Okay, I went to Friend Central. Do you know that? It's like right on City.
But I know Ardmore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
No,
right on
we're
the main line.
neighbors. We're
Yeah.
within
I knew I liked
15
you.
minutes.
You really just had that vibe.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So you're in LA now?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went to USC, and then
cool.
I've been here since I went there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same. Yeah, Philly, and then I've been here for 2 years. When I moved in 2019, right before the pandemic, I quit my job and moved out here to launch my brand.
What were you doing before?
Okay, so story. So I've been making custom dresses. I've been a seamstress. I mean, I do styling. I did anything that came my way. I lived in Atlanta for a couple years, DC. But before this chapter of my life, I actually went to nursing school, and I graduated with a nursing degree.
Wow.
And I worked at a doctor's office before all of this.
Oh my God.
So
wow.
yeah, so I saved up all my money. I never wanted to go into nursing. It's something kind of like my parents pushed me into.
Philadelphia has so many hospitals too. I feel like so many people go into the medical field.
I feel and then coming from a Korean background, I don't know if you guys know, but like Korean American families. Korean families, our parents are like really, they focus a lot on education, and especially when I was graduating high school back then, fashion, the industry wasn't as big as it is now. Yeah. So I didn't have a lot of support or understanding from my parents. They just kind of like, wanted to keep it safe, sent me to nursing school, and didn't really understand my passion or anything. It wasn't that they didn't, they were trying to deprive me from what I wanted to do. They just didn't really understand. They gave me an amazing childhood, but that was just something that didn't connect. And I didn't know any better either. So I just kind of was being a good daughter. I went to school, I graduated, did what I was supposed to do. But even throughout that, I just was sewing away, making dresses, dresses for myself, my friends, and that's when it kind of transitioned. And I saved up money. My parents didn't even really know I make garments. Like it was kind of like a secret.
Wow.
And I could keep it a secret because they're in Philly and I'm in DC.
Yeah.
So then I graduated and I worked, and then I remember like driving home for, I don't know, it was like a holiday or something, and I had like a whole presentation for my parents. Yeah, like I brought all the garments that I made over the years, and I did all this research of like how I'm going to support myself when I quit and everything, and that I want to pursue fashion full time and quit my nursing job and everything. And I presented it to them. My mom like cried, and my dad it was like a full circle moment. Yeah, and because they never seen any of my sewing skills. So for them to see like one dress fully made and it was good quality and everything, they just were like in awe. And I told them I'm going to move and quit my job, and they don't have to pay for anything. I got it all taken care of. This is just something I have to do for myself, and I had their full support since then.
That's amazing.
That's a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us.
Since the brand is called Giyea, it's based on your Korean name.
Yes.
Do you feel a sense of responsibility in terms of showcasing your ethnicity through either patterns, color choices, designs, or how does that tie into your work?
I'm very inspired by my mom and our background. I would love to one day incorporate, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen like our Korean fabrics and our traditional garments. Yeah. It's beyond beautiful. Yeah. I would love to work with that. It's called a hanbok. I believe it's 100% silk. It's just the most beautiful, vibrant colors. I would love to incorporate that into a collection one day. And I love that you asked me that, because that like just reminded me of inspiration for my new collections. So yeah.
I feel like we can draw upon our sources of inspiration from anything. Like yes, external forces, but within us as well.
Yeah,
within our family
absolutely.
history, cultural background.
Yeah, agreed. I agree with that.
Okay, just the most important question. Are you a Wawa girly?
Oh my gosh, of course. The Hokies. It's like what, $3 or $4?
Incredible deal, right?
They
what's your
don't. Where do
Wawa
they
order?
stop? They stop at like.
Sandwiches from Wawa.
Yeah, the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
so good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, the best. I just had to ask.
No,
I think
yeah.
the coffee from Wawa is probably the best.
Oh my gosh.
Cool.
So when did you launch your brand?
I officially launched in February 2020.
Cool.
Yes.
Right before
Wow.
the pandemic.
Right before the pandemic.
How was that for you when you launched your brand a month before the pandemic started?
Honestly, the pandemic didn't like rattle me, to be honest, because I knew this was something I was gonna do since I was young. I had a vision and I knew I was gonna do this, so nothing really deterred me or affected me, even the pandemic. I actually did really well during the pandemic, God bless. And yeah, I'm just keep pushing forward.
Aside from doing well during the pandemic, what other parts of your journey have really like surprised you?
It's hard, finding out the steps. There's so many different elements that take part into building a brand. I mean, in fashion, the creative part, the business part. And so because I don't have a network, I didn't go to school for it. It was just, I guess, figuring out and finding out how to put all the pieces together to keep navigating through this process. It's been, so that's kind of hard.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, we went upstairs and got to see some of your designs, and a lot of them are so like comfortable and cozy that I could see how they did so well during the pandemic. Like, I don't know, our listeners know, but I live in sweatsuits. So like when I went upstairs and I was like, this is so soft, I was like, this is exactly the type of thing that I spend my money on.
That's so amazing to hear. That's great feedback, because that is one of the things that I think about when I'm designing is I want practicality, versatility, all of that, because I want the woman to enjoy what they're wearing. And everything that I design, I wear. And I'm super like a chill girl.
Yes,
So,
we love a chill girl.
Yes. I'm a homebody, so like,
Same.
I just like to relax in my clothes. I want the woman to feel good, but also flattering. And
Yeah.
a little bit of fashion. So
Yes.
put that all together. That's
Well,
kind of what the
we've
deal
talked
is.
about this before, but fashion is really changing, that it's not for women, not as important to be directed to the male gaze anymore. Like, women have really started to dress for women now. And I think that that's like the rise of the sweatsuit, that women like still want to be cute, but comfortable. And they're not like worried about like, does this look sexy? Because they're so comfortable in their own skin now.
I mean, it's comfy chic.
Yes.
Is what I would describe it. And I would be so comfortable wearing what you're wearing right now out to
Oh,
like
that's right.
a fancy dinner
Yes.
or like someone's birthday, even
It's
like a
versatile.
daytime wear. And it is
Yeah.
very versatile.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of my dresses are meant to be worn with sneakers too. Heels, sneakers, like I
Love
do it
that.
all. So
Yeah. Dress it up or dress it down.
yeah.
What would you say has been the biggest challenge so far that you've encountered since you started your brand?
I guess for me right now, I think my challenges will shift in, each year and each chapter I'm in my business. Right now, it would be marketing and PR, I think.
Okay.
It's just getting my brand out there. I'm self-funded and I run the business by myself. So I do I wear a lot of hats, and I resort to other avenues to make money to fund this business. So I would say that I'm learning that is also very important as a businesswoman. You have to invest in, the marketing part of it. It is a business at the end of the day, even though it is something I'm super passionate about. It's a creative project, but yeah, in order to keep feeding it, I have to think, as a businesswoman. So
You were able to exhibit here at LA Fashion Week. Was
Yeah.
that a challenging process, or did it kind of come
So
easy?
this opportunity was presented to me, and any new opportunity is, a little nervous for me. I've never done a pop-up. I haven't done any fashion shows. I'm really, all of my following and my sales and clients are really organic. So I know that I need to invest in, like I said earlier, PR and marketing. And I thought that this was presented to me the correct way. I thought this was going to be a good opportunity.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of why I resorted to, saying yes to this opportunity. Yeah.
What is one piece of advice that you would give like an up and coming designer, someone who's also never, taken any fashion classes, didn't go to school for fashion? What's one piece of advice that you would give someone?
I mean, you have to really be passionate about it and be serious about it. Practice. You can break the rules. There's no right way to do anything. You can follow your own path, but definitely do your research, ask questions. Even if you don't have the resources, the backing, the financial backing, you can go online, you can watch YouTube videos, just do your own research and study it thoroughly.
And what are some of your goals for your brands? Like what could things happen that for you would be like, this is when I know that I've made it?
One of my goals is to be placed in a big store, I guess department store.
Yeah.
So that would be a cool goal for me.
Well, we're definitely gonna look out for your clothes.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Every time I do go to like Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's, I'm gonna be like, where's Giyea?
Are you allowed to buy from upstairs now?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And where can our listeners find you or keep up with you?
Yes.
So my website is www.giyea.com. My Instagram is at Giyea by Nina, GIYEA BYNINA.
Yay. Well, thank you so much for coming and talking with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, before we continue with the show, I wanted to talk a little bit about Noom. Noom uses the latest in behavioral science to empower people to take control of their health for good through a combination of psychology, technology, and human coaching on their platform to help millions of users meet their personal health and wellness goals. A lot of people face pressures to change themselves to fit other people's expectations, and the more freeing solution is to find things that work for you. Noom understands that everyone's weight loss is unique, and what works for someone else doesn't mean it'll work for you. That's why Noom's approach adapts to your lifestyle. It's flexible and focuses on progress, not perfection, allowing you to work towards goals at a pace that's comfortable for you. Noom Weight makes it easy to start your weight loss journey and stay on track with personalized lessons to help you gain confidence and practical knowledge, one-on-one coaching, and a cognitive behavioral approach that teaches you how to be mindful of your habits. So start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/believe. Again, that's Noom, NOOM.com/believe, BLEAV.
I don't know about you, but the winter weather definitely takes a toll on my skin. But luckily, when I'm looking for something to leave it feeling satin smooth, I always look to Way Melrose Place Body Cream. It's fast absorbing, so it nourishes my skin when I need it most, and hydration prevents dryness like none other. High quality, nourishing ingredients balance my skin without stripping it or leaving any unwanted residue. Experience the new Way Melrose Place Body Cream and Body Cleanser. Your body, your way. Go to THEOUAI.com, that's theway.com, and use code BLEAV for Believe to get 15% off your entire purchase. That's 15% off your entire order at theway.com, code Believe.
Okay, so we are here at LA Fashion Week with Maria Hildreth, who is the founder and owner of Bellaria. Hello, Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing well. Can't complain.
Good. Well, we are so excited to have you here today. We would love to hear a little bit about your brand and what your inspo for starting the brand is.
Yeah, so I started Bellaria 2020, literally a week before the shutdown. Yeah, it was crazy. So I had this whole plan that I really wanted to start a business because I worked in tech. At that time, it was 7 years in tech.
Oh, wow.
Now it's literally 9 years, almost 10 years in tech. So I knew as being a female, it's always good to be able to have your own. And I've been under just male domination for so long that I was just I really just needed my own. I needed to break free and I needed, right? And I just needed something that I could express myself. Also, too, I could help other people. And, I love fashion. So I decided to create a fitness, athleisure, and swimwear line. My goal was to create an affordable swimwear line, an affordable fitness line, because everything out there is a little bit overpriced, saturated, a lot of black leggings, a lot of navy leggings, and it's all the same thing. But the thing is that the reason why people go to Lululemon is because it's great quality. So my goal was I needed to create something affordable. So I started this brand, also to be a side hustle. Went into a little nest egg there. Started this brand, and it literally started in my living room in Long Beach, California. I'm originally from Detroit. Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm
really?
Here from Detroit.
Really?
So,
Which part?
Well, I lived in Farmington Hills, but I worked in the city teaching and serving. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I'm from Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, I had to throw that in there because I don't want people to think like, oh, I'm an LA native. No, I am not. I am Detroit to the core. I am 100% from Detroit, the city. So I wanted, that was my goal, it was hot in my living room at home from work because they made everyone stay at home during COVID. And it was like literally a godsend. But I was freaking out because I started this business not to be an online business only.
Right.
I started this business to get out there and to meet people and tell people about my brand. And I literally couldn't leave from my living room because everyone was going to catch this virus. So I just cramped in and I just started telling all my friends and family about what I was doing, even my hairstylist at the time. And I was just like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Would you like a pair of leggings? Literally. My friends who I knew from the modeling industry, I would give them leggings and send them pieces and say, just model it. And I even made a janky little photo studio in my room with the white wall and a Ring camera, and I took all my own pictures because I couldn't do photo shoots because of COVID.
Right.
So if anyone looks at my Instagram, if you scroll all the way down, like, it's seriously from the get-go janky bedroom photos.
I did look at your Instagram, but it did not look like that when I did my 2-second look. But I guess if I scroll all the way down,
girl.
Yeah.
Like, scroll down. But everybody liked those pictures because I was like literally doing all my TikToks and everything. So I was trying to like have fun with it. So then it came to a point where I was like making sales from everyone that I knew. And I knew that I kind of had something because I even had like someone try to like jank my idea.
No way.
Like, I'm dead serious.
How did that happen?
Well, she was my hairstylist at the time. Remember? But she'll say, I paid for those leggings. Okay, so what? You paid for those leggings, but you still tried to steal my idea.
Which is so much worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm hoping you're not still going to her to get your hair done.
No. This girl that I go to now is absolutely fabulous.
Wait, so you gave her a pair of leggings.
Yeah.
And then she starts her own brand?
Yeah, she wanted to like partner. What she did, so I told her no. I said, this is not going to work.
Okay.
Literally, I was only 6 months into my business. Why would I partner with anyone? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, no, but if you do have, I said, how about this? And eventually you can be an influencer, or what did they call it? A brand ambassador.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you can do that, and maybe I'll give you like a percentage or something like that off. And she wanted a percentage of the cut. So I was like, well, maybe you'll get like a little 10% or something like that, but it's not going to be a percentage. So I thought that we squashed it. Literally, I am like still stressed trying to figure out how to navigate my brand and get it out there. I see a message on Instagram, or not a message, a post that popped up, and it says, she's modeling my clothes, and she says, athlete sportswear coming soon.
Whoa.
Wearing your clothes.
Wearing my clothes.
Wow.
When I already told her no. Like, no.
How
Yeah.
did you navigate that, and how were you able to like shut it down?
So my friends, because I was like, I can't deal with this. You know what? Like right now. So two of my good friends, they actually messaged her. They went on that post and they say, hey, isn't this Bellaria? Hey, isn't this Maria's clothes? And she goes, oh yeah, we're supposed to work together. And then I literally, was like, no, we're not. And so I blocked her from everything. I stopped going to her for hair. And mind you, I was going to her for my hair for 10 years.
I hope she doesn't have a lot of followers.
No, it was like
10
200.
years?
Yeah, 10 years since I came to Los Angeles. I know, like you would think, but she was so desperate at the time because her salon closed and stuff. So she was so desperate to like make more money in different avenues. Instead of like letting me build and let me build, she wanted her way in. So, anyways, that was a huge derail. So that's when I knew the light bulb went off. Like, okay, I've got something here.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if people are stealing your stuff, and they really want something so bad, if they can see it more than you can see it, then now you know.
Well, isn't
you
it
got
saying
something.
like copying is the highest form of flattery?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, so I'm doing something right. And then I looked at it and I was like, okay, now I need to really focus on my brand and how I can make it better. It was still the early stages. I'm always thinking about how to make it better. So again, when I founded Bellaria, I wanted everything to be colorful. As you guys saw, like everything is like colorful. Thank you.
Yeah, by the way, her stuff is very cute.
Yeah.
Definitely go check her out because I want to buy some of your stuff. It looks very comfortable.
And I love what you were saying. I mean, we'll get back to what you were saying. But I love what you were saying about the quality because it's so true. Because sometimes, like, I'll be shopping at various athleisure brands and I'll be like, yeah, this stuff is really cute, but it's not as good quality as Lululemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, I don't like as much how I look in the Lululemon stuff, but I still feel like when I'm sweating, the quality is better.
Yeah.
So it's perfect that you have molded both of these problems that people are having and you found the perfect solution.
Yeah. I've noticed that a lot of my customers, they always tell me I shop Lululemon because the quality and because they give me a free legging for free if something happened to it's the warranty, right?
Yes.
And I was like, that's a good idea. Maybe I should start doing that. So I'm looking into doing that with my pieces as well. But I noticed that I walked into Lululemon and I've even walked into a Fabletics. Completely, totally two different brands, but they're also athleisure brands. Lululemon is fantastic with their quality. That's the reason why they keep their customers. Most people don't like the style.
Yeah.
So I get people who shop from Lululemon and they'll be like, oh my gosh, your leggings are only $24.90 or $27.90. Oh my gosh. Like, I need all of them.
Yeah.
So they'll like hoard everything and just like buy everything. And I'm making like these huge sales. And I'm just like, oh, and then I'm curious to ask them why. They're like, because we love your colors. We love the way that they look.
I love the acid wash.
The acid,
yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
It reminds me of jeans almost.
Yeah,
yeah. Thank you. So that's what really took me to another level with my brand. It was like, okay, so I know that I can be better than Fabletics, also being an African American.
Yes.
I wanted to bring more people into my brand and know like, okay, we have an African American brand here that has just as good quality as Lululemon, colorful, fun pieces, because Fabletics do have fun pieces, but I'm not big on their quality. That's just me personally.
I agree.
Yeah. Yes. Like, it looks great on pictures. Like, you go on their Instagram, like, oh my gosh, this like, so cute. Like, their leopard print and everything. Yeah. But it's just not... I get a lot of people say, oh, yeah, a button fell off or, you know, a seam just came loose.
Or the sweat stains.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yep. So I was like, okay, how can I kind of meet the best of both worlds? Great, you know, prices and good quality, and also to stylish and affordable, comfortable, beautiful clothing. And I think about it this way, too. Me and my friend, we were talking, and she said something interesting. She was like, Bellaria is the brand that you can go from the gym to stilettos.
Yes, I love versatility.
Yes. So, like, if you're out at the gym and you're like, okay, I just want to go and meet my girlfriends, and you want to strap on a pair of strappy sandals, you can do that with Bellaria. Yeah. So that's what
So your brand really started like around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement. Did you notice like any changes in your business? Or so I'd love to hear that.
100%. So I noticed that a lot of not just African Americans were buying from me, and it still is today. Like, I get a lot of Caucasians, I get a lot of Hispanics, I get a lot of Asians, I get everyone that's just like, oh, you're an African American owned business, I want to buy from you. I want to buy from you. We actually did a pop-up at Manhattan Village in Manhattan Beach. I was like, this is not going to work out for me. That's what my thoughts were. I was just like, they're just not going to like me.
It is a very different specific crowd at Manhattan Beach.
And I live in Newport Beach. And I'm just like, right?
So
I know, right? So I'm just like, oh, this is not, but they loved it. It took 2 hours. They were walking by, and then they were like, it was so busy that my table looked like chaos. Wow. But what I'm saying is most of these women that were buying from me were Caucasian.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah.
And some Asians. But it was very, very, it was lovely to see. And I remember a lady told me, she said, you know, I'm buying from you because I like what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. And we need more like you.
Yes.
That like touched my heart to hear it from her.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, I hear it from my sisters, my own people, but to hear it from her, I was like, thank you. And everybody kept saying, they were so welcoming, like, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? We want you here.
Yeah.
So
well,
nice.
The clothes speak for themselves, but it helps that you're so lovely to help speak for them.
Oh, thank you.
We were actually walking past your stall, not realizing that you're one of the creators that we were going to interview today.
Yeah, like I had your Instagram. I had sent it to them, and I was like, this is one of the people that we're going to talk to. But then we walked by your stuff, and I was like, oh, this is cute.
This is cute.
And then I was like, oh, wait, we're also supposed to talk to her.
Wow. Yeah, because Kachita told me, she was like, we have someone that's going to want to, record a podcast with you. I was like, oh, okay. And so when you guys said that, I was like, oh, you're the one that she told me about, like, last week. Cool. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's such a joy to be able to tell other people about the brand. I'm not, and I want people to know, like, yeah, of course, we all have a business to, make a money and a nest egg for ourselves, right? But it's not, for me, it's not about the markup. And that's something the reason why everything is so affordable and people drop to the floor when they hear the prices, because I'm like, no, or I grew up in Detroit. We didn't have very much when I grew up, where I grew up. So I remember what it was like not to have new clothes, going to school and different things. And, even though I had both parents, it was still very difficult to afford things, even for my mom, just to buy new clothes for herself because she was looking out for me.
Well, and school is so tough because you're comparing yourself to so many other kids, and there's so many different economic backgrounds.
100%.
I remember being there, and some girls had all of the newest Juicy Couture sweatsuits.
Exactly.
And you're like, I wish I could have those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I want Bellaria to be just as big as Lululemon or Juicy Couture, and to still be affordable. I don't want to hike my prices up to $100 for a pair of leggings because the person that's like me will not be able to afford it. Right. Bottom line, doesn't matter where I live. It's just, it makes sense not to do that to people.
I really admire the perseverance that you have described today. And
thank you.
It is really an honor to be in the presence of women in business here during this episode and just during this experience. Mm-hmm. What have you enjoyed most about LA Fashion Week?
Oh my gosh, meeting new people like you guys.
Aww.
I'm dead serious with you because it was funny, I was telling a friend last night, I was like, I don't expect anything going into this. I was like, whatever happens is whatever happens. And I'm blessed to be able to sit here and speak to you guys because I never thought that I would be where I am today. 2 years, it's only been 2 years, so I can only imagine what 10 is going to look like. Right? So I am so thankful that the people that walked past my booth, you guys who stopped by my booth, I'm thankful to be able to have this podcast. To me, this is a huge opportunity, so thank you for allowing me to.
Thank you for talking to us.
Where can our listeners keep up with you and buy your merchandise?
Absolutely.
How do we find you?
So Bellaria.com was taken. I tried.
Of course it was.
Yes.
That's how you know you have a good name.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's BELLARIA.co. And then you can follow me on Instagram. So it's BELLARIA.online.
Awesome.
Cool. And last question before we part ways. What was your inspiration behind the name? Where did Bellaria come from?
Oh, yeah. So it actually, it took me like weeks to figure this out. And it came behind my name. So it actually means beautiful Ria. My name is Maria. So it can be beautiful anybody. Beautiful Leah, beautiful Michelle, beautiful whoever, and that's what I wanted it to be titled as, like, we're all beautiful. So beautiful Ria.
My niece's name's Ria.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful Ria.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure, and good luck with everything. I'm definitely gonna go buy your stuff because I need some new workout clothes that are affordable and cute.
She doesn't, but she's still gonna buy
to show off. I don't need any more, but I want some.
Well, come on by. I was looking at your outfit. I was like, oh my gosh, a little tennis skirt.
I told her, I was like, this outfit is tennis chic.
Yes,
very
it
tennis
is.
chic.
Yes. And then you have to watch out for us on the runway on Friday at 7.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be over at the Majestic.
Okay.
Our spring collection is going to be debuting.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Damsels in the DMs.
Until next time.
It's going down in the DMs.
Bye.
DMs, we don't need them, we just leave them.
Please.
Yeah.
It's going down in the DMs. Bye.